Poudre School District High School football, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play.
Welcome to Poudre School District Athletics. Tonight live on Stream It Sports from French Field in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado. The Rocky Mountain Lobos host the visiting Columbine Rebels in Colorado High School boys varsity football action. Hello, my name is David Haase, along with my partner Randy McCoy and Brian Roxbury on camera. Here to bring you this first game of the season for the Lobos, second game for the Rebels. And Randy, a long program of success down there in Columbine with Coach Lowry and those Rebels.
Yeah, they've been good for a while, and they're good this year. They've already shut out Ralston Valley last week. Strong win, and Rocky Mountain's coming in with hoping that the experience that all these young guys had last year is going to pay off this year with more wins.
And they get a chance to prove a pretty good program right tonight. One of the tougher offenses to defend going, and they'll be missing a few in action, but that's the way you have to play the game sometimes. But a beautiful night here at French Field, so we look forward to you. Stay tuned to Stream It Sports. We'll be right back.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those two rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
We're back here now at French Field, looking at the north end zone. Lobos team lined up there on the back line. Captains are out at center field and got the coin toss just completed. Rocky Mountain is going to receive and be coming out of that north end zone. Columbine kicking off to start this game. Captains out there for the Lobos tonight, Tegan Leofau, 49, 71 Blade Bales, 73 Spencer Lavelle, and 75 Noah Lavelle. So as a quick start to this game, Randy, we'll see if that Lobo offense has a chance to generate something and keep that potent offense from Columbine on their bench.
We saw last week Poudre came out and spanked Douglas County and really looked good. Poudre is going to be, I think, the class of the city this year.
They've got to look for it. McFadden coming back from an injury, missing last year. I mean, those things happen, and a great start for him. They're down at Mountain Vista tonight, so if you have any scores on that and you're listening or watching us, let us know. You can tweet us at
NoCo Broadcast. Having the CHASA rules of
conduct. There's a few people making their way up here. Across the way, softball game like Rocky Mountain was playing earlier, and it's a tough draw. So all of you that did make the drive up from Littleton here to watch your Rebels, thanks for tuning in to Stream It Sports. That's a haul, especially on I-25 these days. Good crowd filling in here for a Thursday night early start game. These games always seem to draw everybody right at kickoff, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Play an important role in their team's success. At this point, please rise, remove your hat,
and now we'll have our national anthem performed by the Rocky Spirit Band.
By the tutu-wearing tuba player out there.
Got the game face of the game outfit and everything right away.
Nobody has more fun than the band, do they?
That's exactly right. No way, no how. And the first Friday night game for the Lobos.
First song the band learns when they come in. And here come your Rocky Mountain Lobos. It's not Friday night, but it's Thursday, so.
And a great night to play. Just a pretty night out here at French Field. Lobos got a chance, like I say, to go out and try to make that mark against a team that's already played one game. And in football, you generally improve the most from your first game to the second, so that's got to keep Coach Brook and his staff going. But you have a chance to then make your improvements yourself. As we see these games progressing through the year, and you see these teams grow. We talk about the public schools versus some of those private schools we know and hear about so much in Denver. You play with who shows up, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And tonight, both teams are hoping they show up.
Well, it's going to be
Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, it's going to be some serious size on size.
Yeah, I was going to say on paper, but you don't play it on paper.
Yeah, well, we're going to have one of those games where it could be a clock that's running quite a bit. Two very ground-oriented offenses, very tight to the tackles. You got CSU commit for the Lobos, Spencer Lavelle, number 73. You got to see a lot of running behind him. And just to take advantage of that, run that clock, you generally don't get scored on if you're staying on the field making first downs. And Columbine, that's been their history. Coach Lowry's teams, you'll see the full T backfield. You'll see the bunch single wing with two wings. You'll see all of it back there, but most of it stays between the tackles, and then they'll lull you to sleep and just hit somebody downfield. Last week, only 4 completions for DeArmond, and he still had 105 yards, Randy, on 4 completions, so 25 per. Tells you that
somebody was fooled when he did pass.
And it's so hard. It's a tough offense to start out the year with. You know, you can always come out there with everyone's flying around. Well, that's a little different. You can stay back on those. These guys, everybody's around the line of scrimmage. So Columbine set to kick off.
We play 4 12-minute quarters here in Colorado high school football. Columbine to kick off. Here's my partner, Mr. David Haase. Fresh off vacation from the Bahamas.
Right. That's it. Vertical line kick that's going to be short of the end zone. A good return possibility. A little confusion back there. The return man, one takes it, cuts up middle's got a lane.
Ooh.
And a hard tackle. Ball might have been out. They're calling him down off the ball there, but he didn't see the blocker coming back. But Matu Stezko. And a great lane, nice burst there at the outside. So first and 10 Lobos at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good start for the Lobos to be able to come in and
get it out of their shadow, their goalposts.
Well, just get some yards, positive yards.
Junior starter now, Calvin Brandel, his first varsity start behind center after a couple of years of having Tyler Highland. So a new number calling the signals. Give right up the middle, trap play. Couple yards of positive yardage there, but dragged down. Tyler Chandler on the carry there.
Yeah, talk about Highland. He came in a little bit his freshman year, and he's been a fixture here for a long time.
Yeah, that was his office behind the center, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Tight to the right side. Flanker outside. Single back, so double tight end. Give the ball at the middle on the read again. Just about 1.5 yards again. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Lobos.
That reminds me of an old football game you used to play where it said Stonewall.
That's right.
That was a stone wall.
That was. Well, there's a lot of size across the way there for the Columbine Rebels. You know, that's just a big physical team. You're going to see that every year. And they'll play a lot of kids back where, you know, both sides of the ball. But up front, they've got the depth to keep the guys going. And that is so important when you're playing offense-defense if your linemen don't have to get worn out going both ways. Brandel back to throw. He's got the slant open. Hits him right in the numbers. Would have been right at the sticks, so if he brought it in, that was just a little too hot to handle. Holden Lefke that time, the sophomore, and that's part of that welcome to the big boy game.
Because but that was the first down, though.
Yeah, he knew he was going to get it. That's a good ball by Brandel. Next time you see Lefke, take that one in and get the first down, but he knew the safety had a tone lock on him.
Yeah, he was going to have a party at the ball.
Yeah, it was. They were going to meet. Good snap, kick. Gets up, holds up into the sky. Nicely,
wow,
fair catch called.
Kick.
That's one you want to go get. They just gained about 11, 12 yards on the roll, so nice hustle downfield by the Gunners for the Lobos. That'll be 1st and 10 at the 15.
That is, as we talked to Coach Brook early in the season, he talked about both kickers are returning.
Yeah.
Punter and place kicker. So.
Yeah. That ball turned over, got up nice into the air there. And a bit of a breeze coming out of that south end zone, so that tight spiral just laid up in the air. Caused the fair catch signal to be made, but you got to go get it. So Columbine now breaks their huddle. You can always zoom in on this offense and stay everybody there because they're pretty much between the tackles. Sweep left side. Met right away, though. 47 for the Lobos. Lambert comes up, and the senior stuffs the first play for a loss.
Well, you know, we see this style of offense from Monarch, you know, and again, they run 3 or 4 times, or they pass 3 or 4 times, and usually they're wide open because they've lulled you to sleep.
You've got to play disciplined defense here. You can't look into the backfield. It's so hard for corners and safeties to not peek. So 2nd and about 13 now. Definitely not what you want to be in this offense because, like I say, it's tough to throw from this formation, but they will break it if they need to. And we got, I don't know if we have a fake snap or a drop or what happened there. The official was counting back here. He was very close to counting out time because the signal wasn't right. About half the line moved, the other half didn't. Quarterback, he made a little bit of
it looked like he either dropped it on purpose or...
Yeah. So it brings up 3rd and 8. They've got to get outside the 25-yard line for first down. And they're an offense, Randy, that can still run it. The kind of a confidence they have here, but now is when you got to stay on that end. Watch your bootleg. You got to play contained. Toss wide left. Flag right at the snap. Official on the far side is pointing. And it is going to be an offside, so Rocky Mountain gets them about half out of jail, makes it 2nd and 3rd and 3. That makes it much more manageable for that offense.
Well, there's 2 mistakes Rocky's made already, and they're not going to be able to do that and win this football game. Dropping the ball in there, and now that's kind of a offside.
Yeah, don't want to give your opponent any freebies. So 3rd and 3. Still in the full house. The T look in the backfield, straight across there. Quarterback keeps it, sweeps right. It's going to have first down yardage and a little more. Gets the outside about to the 30. That's just, it's old school, Randy. The quarterback fakes the sweep, and they start curling inside. He puts it on his hip. He literally lays it on his hip with one hand and just keeps running, hoping that the contain has gone inside that one block, in which you cannot do in contain. He got outside a little bit, but more than enough for the first down. Gain of about 8. First and 10 again, 2 tight ends, 3 backs straight across behind the quarterback. Long starting count. Toss left. Boy, that was just about in the hands of the defender, Randy.
Yes,
somebody just about got there. Aaron Lambert got inside.
He almost intercepted the pitch.
It would have been one of those unbelievable plays, but unfortunately he missed it, and they got a gain of 6. That's a good burst on the outside there, number 21, Connor Snow. Last week, 9 rushes, 66 yards. So between him and Tanner Hollins, number 24, to get the bulk of the carries. Hollins is your fullback. Ball here in the left hash, near sideline. Faked it, going back to throw. Already committed to it. Running back turns, looks for it, doesn't get there. Nice job of recovering by far side corner. That's Dalton Schrader, number 11.
A little early for that for the Rebels.
Got to let you know it's there, huh? Well, they got second, third, and now, less than 5, but a nice job of turning and running that time, because that came from underneath through the linebacker. That's the first back through, and that's what's tough for a defensive back, because when he comes to before the tackle, and the corner's got to keep going out wide, so your responsibility is making sure nobody goes around you, but going deep first is the hardest. Big play here now early in this game. Fake, quarterback goes back, he's got a man wide open the flats, he dropped it.
And there you go.
Tried to rush a little bit. Quarterback had a little bit of pressure, but a nice job up front, so that'll bring up 4th and 4 and a punt. So Lobos, after the penalty, gives them a cheaper first down than they might have had a chance at. Stop a couple of pass plays.
Hit him in a bad place, didn't it?
Yeah, that's the old timing thing. So it looks like number 9, Angelo Vitano, back to return, the junior. Playing it pretty short too, with a bit of a wind behind the punter. He's inside his 30. Right away, we got to. If that's going to be on Rocky Mountain, Randy, that's going to be enough for a first down. But I think he's called procedure. Yeah, they were moving the gunner down here and took off. That's one of those near side things. A coach sees you anywhere near being offsides on defense on 4th down. You're hearing about it before it happens. So that moves him back. Well, they're not really. Rocky's returner standing on the 40.
They might know something. Or?
Well, and that's they're not assuming a big punt here, because there's a trailing wind for the Rebels. High snap, end over end. It's going to go well over his head. He's got to chase it down. That's part of the issue of not being back there. He's got to take an angle. Took it on the bounce and gets run around. So he didn't really have a chance to get his shoulder square going north and south, did he?
No, he didn't. And so what would you say about that? Did you think he played that right, or do you think he just was too short?
Well, I'd rather have you come up for the ball than go chase it back, because then your back is to everybody who's coming down and wanting to knock your head off. The gunners are going to be down there. You can't stop and tackle them. So those outside speed guys, they angled him across the field, whether it's on purpose or not, but still, he had to chase it down. If he'd been behind it, he'd had the field in front of him as he caught it. So just a short return, because he's a good return man. So I imagine they'll back him up next time. So first down, Lobos on the 30. No score here. 7:47 left in the first quarter at French Field. Thanks for watching Stream It Sports. Give the outside.
I'm not sure you're going to run out on the outside.
No, and that was just, that got it caved in. The linebacker scraped off nicely.
You're talking about they get a lot of good football players from the city of Denver, don't they?
Yeah, they got a few of them to come down there south and go to an established program.
Well, and for those who don't know, Colorado is a school of choice state, so
Yancey the carrier there.
You can kind of go where you want. So
2nd and 11 now. I'd like to give Brandel a chance to throw the ball again, Randy. You threw the first ball on a pretty good cue. You don't need to get 10 out of it. Boy, if you get 5 or 6.
Well, that cornerback's giving him all kinds of space.
Yeah, delay down that time, and right now Columbine's just after him. They've got man on the outside, and they're bringing 7 or 8 around the ball, which you expect on a running offense, but they're going to have to make something else happen, because they're just coming across the line.
They're going to have to pepper something, because now it's an obvious throwing down. We saw the cornerback there was given 10 yards.
Yeah.
Could have had a.
Look for that hitch route. Yeah, you want to get that young quarterback. Give him a completion. Give him something right away. So single back, double wing motion, though. Far side of the field is going to roll left. You're going to have to get rid of it in a hurry, and that's just going to be thrown out of bounds. That was a pretty good idea. Never got far enough around to get his hips and his shoulders going towards the line of scrimmage. They made a tough throw.
And that defensive lineman.
Yeah, the D lineman.
Speed, didn't he?
He was running down. He came free from the backside, and you got to know when there's no pressure on you, you got to chase.
I didn't see who that was, but he was every bit as fast as the quarterback.
He was going to have a chance to get him, so he smartly got rid of it. So another punting situation here. So Hughes forward, 5 back for the Lobos to kick. Excellent snap. That one, those off the side of the foot, just crossing midfield, going to hit the 40. Gets a pretty decent bounce. And we got a late foul. Personal foul is going to be after the play here. A couple of guys were asking how the day went. How was your classes? That will be a big mover either way here. 15 yards, moves the ball way down, and Columbine is backing up. Yep. And that's going to take the ball. So an average punt for Hughes Ford, but turns into a bigger hole. Take that ball down to the 18-yard line. So tune in to Stream of Sports tomorrow night. We got a city rivalry game.
Yes, we do, and we're going to have Eric Freehoff coming over and doing the game tomorrow night.
Cheer on the Lampkins and the Sabercats. So Rebels back out now, the same offense. Haven't broke the side. Neither back's moved. Give the ball straight up the middle.
Yep, and everybody was looking back at the 10.
Yeah, a little bit of a flow
that's
there.
Where I was looking.
Yeah, trying to move it there, and then shows you by Tanner Hollins last week. 132 yards, you got about 14 right there. Spirit Band breaking into the Ghostbusters theme song. A lot of energy on the side. High school football, we said it's Thursday night lights, but it's the same thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Good crowd here tonight this side. And quite a few people from Columbine made their way over. The freshmen played earlier, so I'm sure those parents stayed. Toss out of the I formation. Good move underneath, couple shifted back and forth. Nice job in the middle of that scrum there. He just slid his foot over, and that Connor Snow found a way to get another 6-7 yards, Randy.
Just got some information from our crack
reporter?
Executive director here, and he said the Columbine student body size puts them at a 4A school, but they still play 5A.
Okay.
So that shows you.
Yeah, they're right around 1,700.
Similar to Fort Collins High School.
Fake looking downfield, short throw to the outside, just trying a little wide receiver bubble screen. That's a good safe play. Get your quarterback a little bit of rhythm there. All you need is a couple yards. Nice job by Dylan Myers, Canordi to come across and make the tackle, 54.
You get a couple of blocks there, though, and you've got a long play.
Yeah. If you don't succeed in breaking it downfield, you still got the first down. Well, that's a good call. I like that.
4:40 left here. This first quarter flying by.
Well, I think that was our first complete pass out of the 5 we've seen attempted. Still in the I formation, tossed right, student body right. Good block on the linebacker. I'll tell you, Snow's going to have to put that ball away because he's dodging, moving around people, and it's flashing out there. But and we got another late flag.
Snow, 5'9", 165-pound senior.
Okay, we got a sideline warning on Rocky Mountain.
Runs a little bigger than that, doesn't he?
Well, and he's got a great presence in the middle of those people. I just like to see him tuck that ball a little tighter. Somebody's going to punch that out because he moves side to side really well.
Well, there wasn't any quit in him, that's for sure.
Yep. So a nice little drive being put together here now for the third first down. 1st and 10, the Lobos 41. First time either team has been across midfield. Give ball to fullback. He breaks out through. And I think that's, that's white for that one. Yeah, yeah, that was, you can't grab the back of the helmet there, and he took him down like a steer. Just slipped and had him a little high. The fullback's a shorter kid. That'll
It's
be
a hard decision to make, too. It's like, do you let go and let him go?
And you just, the first kid that does will be the first one I see.
Face mask, so.
Yeah, it's the same thing, still grabbing the helmet. So personal foul, and they'll take it on down, first down.
On the defense.
Takes it inside the 30-yard line. And this is what Columbine will do so well. If you just, you give up a couple of plays like that, then all of a sudden you get a penalty. They're marching on you. You've got to get stop here. You need first and short gain. Quarterback again fakes, looks the man down in the seam, open.
Oh, good hit.
Yeah, nice play. Coming across there, number 17, Matteo Vitano. Good job of recovery there.
It's a nice pass, too. You know, he dropped it right in there between
Ball's
the two.
on top of it. Yeah, that was Connor Bearcloth, and couldn't put it in much better spot. Safety was behind him. You know, it would have been a good pitch and catch, but
just a good football play.
Yeah, Vitano gets involved there, and like I say, you see somebody coming at you, the presence of mind to hold on to the ball is that's a play. So back in the I formation, tight left, slot left. Toss left, quarterback turns around, gets involved in the blocking, Randy. He's involved all the way through. Outside, Snow once again makes a couple of cuts. Brought down by Schrader in the backfield, but
the quarterback's a different beast in high school, aren't they? They're typically one of the best athletes on the field. So they're going to block, and they're going to run, and they're going to do all kinds of things.
Logan DeArm at that time, he turned around. That's old school. Like I say, he just did the toss play, and he curled around and tried to find the first guy outside the tackle. Freed up the fullback, and then that's a pretty good line. We've already talked about there's some Saturday players already in that Columbine line. So third and short, fullback give, breaks the left side. He's going to have one man to beat. Big hit come up. Nice tackle by Schrader. Actually, Vitano on this side, 17, finishing hit by number 9, Vitano, and the brothers combined for that one, but not after about an 8-yard gain.
I think one of them tackled and one of them got in the way.
He got the finish, yeah. Well, 24, big back. That's why he got him at fullback, and he'll start to use him a lot more this drive. So 2:23 and clock counting. First and goal is what we've got marked on the far side. Toss wide right, trying to get the angle to the outside. Good stiff arm on the helmet. Got a hand on some jersey, kept it being a touchdown.
Boy, they're wide when they pitch that, aren't they?
Yeah, that's one of those, your quarterback, that's almost like a shortstop to a second baseman kind of, that lay it out there wide, make him go get it. And
they were outside the tackle when
when he caught it. Exactly. Well, and that shows the athleticism of that right tackle, too, because he just stepped outside and started going. That's a pretty good personal escort, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So 2nd and 4 to go for the touchdown. Under a minute 40 to play here in the first quarter. Wide toss left again, one blocker. That's going to be too easy. Rocky's starting to honor that fullback, and as soon as you start pinching down, the wide toss, and that big offensive line just doing their thing. So touchdown Rebels with 1:28 in the PAT pending. They lead 6-0.
Yeah, that was that's what they want to do. That's what Coach Lowry wants to do. He would, sure, when they look in the film and say that's we just took off 5 or 6, 7 minutes off the clock, and
yeah, every coach would love to run the ball and just take the top, keep your defense off the field. You know, the stats from passing are fancy, but running teams, PAT is up and good. So after the long drive, after being started back to their 18-yard line, Rebels take it on down. They score with 1:28 left. They lead 7-0. You're watching Streaming Sports.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
I want to remind you we're now on Facebook Live. We've got 2 places you can see that at Stream It Sports and Stream It Sports NoCo. So if you've got somebody who stays on Facebook all the time, you can watch that right now on Facebook. I want to thank our Littleton fans who follow the Rebels. for watching tonight?
Yeah, it's just tough to go back and forth on this distance. We've talked to all the coaches when we had the coach show, and hopefully you've got a chance to tune in and see that if you're local. We know that PSD's got it on their website, but to talk about these matchups, and Rocky Mountain has done to their credit. They've played Columbine or Ralston Valley. They've always had one of the toughest schedules in 5A for non-conference, but that's a long ways. So kick is up, going to be short, take it inside, outside the 10. Cuts to the left, got the seam down the alley. Pretty good burst there by Vitano. If you can take it out past the 25, Randy, it's a pretty good return, but that kick's not going too deep.
Yeah, that's kind of, I'm not sure if the kicker can't kick it that far or if it's
placed.
Kind of placed over in the right corner. You're starting to see that a lot more.
A lot of directional kicking, yeah. The big special teams play is what will give you pause. If you're a special teams coach, you like to eliminate those all you can. So 1st and 10, Lobos again, single back, double wing. Brandel back under center. Short motion, toss right. Nice cut to middle, Schrader on the carry. So Schrader came from that left wing, comes around. That's, I think, the longest play from scrimmage so far for Rocky, gained about 6 or 7. Tackle for the Rebels by Weber.
We'll have to give my annual, there's that number 11.
Yep.
Is Dave's son's former number
for
Rocky Mountain.
No, and Dalton had a hip surgery this summer, so he, as they say, it's a play number. There's the pass, there's the catch.
Nice.
Good throw from Brandel.
Yeah.
I really like that because he stood tall.
He was down.
Yeah, that's an easy call there. But a nice job of spreading away there. And Cody Stevens, a senior, 82, took it on slant, but good presence by the QB Brandel that time to stand up, get the ball high right by his ear. As soon as he's in that zone, the ball was already on the way, and big play.
That's really the only ball you need to throw when you got a running team like that, and that's two slants, and both of them are right on target.
Exactly. Yeah, and as you notice, too, their corners give quite a bit of cushion. They're back that 8 to 10 yards. They're only playing, they've got 8 in the box right now. Toss left side to Schrader again. He's got an edge if he gets around 24. Just strung him out a little too much.
You're not going to make a living out trying to outrun their linebacker.
No, yeah, Tanner Hollins there, another two-way player. Hollins, like I say, had 18 carries last week. He's already got 6 or 7 tonight, and then goes in and plays some linebacker. So
just the spare time
he's
there.
He's going to earn his letter.
And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. So anyway, after one quarter, Rebels 7, Rocky Mountain Lobos 0. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
So we're back here getting ready for the second. As you talked about, tomorrow night, big game. And really early in the season, Fort Collins and Fossil Ridge. And that's always in any sport, might be the
east side of the town.
Yeah, it might be one of the better rivalries at this point.
Since Collins has gone down to 4A, they've taken away. They haven't played Rocky, and for years that was the 2 prominent teams to play in football, and it's kind of gravitated, as you said, into more of an east side of town. Give right up the middle. After the loss on the first play, might have made it back to the original marker line. But you look for tomorrow, it'll be an interesting game. Both teams, Collins and Fossil, graduated quite a few last year.
Yes, they did. But they've got some players. One of the players you want to watch is Dylan Johnson, who linebacker, and I believe he's going to be playing some running back.
A little bit of running back too.
Haven't seen that, so
3rd now 11. Got to get inside the 38-yard line. Vitano in motion right side. Screenplay throwing. I tell you, Brandel did a good job of just getting that out of his hand. I mean, the loss would have been about 8 to 10 yards. I like the call, Randy, because they are coming through. just got to be quicker to get back there and get that depth. That's what's so hard to tell young quarterback till you get into live fire.
Yeah, and again, first game, and all of a sudden you look up and number 22's in your grill before you even.
Yep, didn't have a chance to do it. So fourth down 11. Cycling a few in and out of positions here. Skipped the snap back. Plenty of time, though. Nice job, though, just to get it up in the air. Still caught on the run. That's what you do when you get behind the ball. And Snow brings it back out close to the 30.
So we got the Rocky Mountain Band here early in the year. And again, we've got a tuba player right here next to us. You got a good job there, Brian. A tuba player and a tutu, yellow tutu there. So good job, men.
And they do the whole Stanford band takeoff here with Rocky Mountain every week. It's an outfit du jour. So Columbine back with the ball, their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 slots far side. Sweeping in their side, but a big hit. I'll tell you that.
Get a number for that.
Yeah,
51.
Well, 54 kind of got the finish on it. Myers, Knorty, but you look Steffens there. He kind of got to it a little quicker, stood him up, and bring the friends to the party.
Yeah, Steffens got to.
When you can't allow a team as good as Columbine to get +4 or more yards on first down.
Yeah, because I didn't do much math in Missouri, but.
Yeah, you want 3rd and 6 or longer if you can get it, because that takes them out of their comfort zone. Back to throw, pass down the middle.
Should have been picked.
Safety kind of gamble, went the wrong way. He's going to step out of the tackle, and he's going to take it all the way down. I don't see any flags, and that's going to be a 69-yard touchdown pass. And a nice job by the quarterback from Columbine. Hit him just in that gap. The safety kind of flattened his angle, took the gamble for the pick and missed it. And a pretty good run as he finished it for Ted Mullen, 25.
Good speed by number 25.
Yeah, by the big fellow there going on down.
That's what happens when you take a chance and don't get it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like every coach say, great play if you get it, but if you don't, there's nobody behind you. So the PAT, actually DeArmond, number 10, the quarterback, is their kicker. Like last week I said, that just put him almost his total last week. Fake the kick, they're going to run it, and they're going to go nowhere there. I think that was a little tough play for him to make. They tried to do the old, putting it down, a throw it behind my head play by the holder. Rocky had that pretty well handled with people on the outside of both. So 14-0 here early second quarter, 10:19 left. The Rebels lead after the one big play.
And that was, we talked about that their passing plays will be surprises, and they probably only got 2 or 3 passing plays, but they lull you to sleep because they can run so well.
Yeah. Well, you've got to honor it, too. You got to commit 7 to 8 in the box all the time. That leaves your corners and safeties on an island, and that was just a depth issue, but a really nice throw.
So they did not make that extra point, right?
No, there was no score there.
Yeah, so 13. You said 14,
yeah,
so
I
was
just
trying.
Reflexively, didn't I? No, I looked up there.
I was looking at the scoreboard out here, and it's like.
Are you going to believe me or your lying eyes?
Yeah, well. This early in the year, I don't know.
I don't know why you would change the rest of the year. So Fatano and Lefke back deep. Lobos could use a spark right here.
Well, sometimes it takes the special teams to do that, so we'll see what they can do here.
Another bouncer kick. Taken far side by Lefke outside the hash. Trying to come all the way across the field. That's just a long ways to go. Ran about 25, 30 yards sideways trying to gain 5 or 6. You see that, Al? If you make it, all of a sudden you've got a lot of green in front of you, but nice job in the lane integrity by the kickoff team for the Rebels. And
Evan Mavis,
didn't give much.
Nice hit there, number 3 for the Rebels.
Yeah, he stayed right there. He did let him cross his numbers to get to the outside and forced him in. So back under center now, Brandel. Lobos starting at just outside their 16-yard line. Need to put together a drive. They need to get some time off the clock. Score before halftime would be huge. Curl give to the inside. That's what you need right there. Still picking his feet, still going. He's out in the middle. It's going to be a foot race. Safety from the far side saves the touchdown. That was Andrew Ardburn, excuse me. Adler takes off on the long run.
That just shows you got to keep your feet moving. Good things can happen.
Like I say, he got right behind Spencer Lavelle that time, and just a little curl trap play, cross block in front of him, and got past the linebackers, and as you said, didn't give up on the play, broke it in the secondary. So gain of about just close to 20 yards.
Lavelle, the right guard, are committed to CSU. And that'll be offsides, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to pop your clutch like that. So Lobos get a chance there, now get 1st and 5.
Well, they took advantage. They said, if I'm popping my clutch, you're going to feel a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to know I'm here. So ball out to the 45 now.
There's some big boys on that Rebel line there.
No, they've got plenty of size. Dive up the middle, faked it, give it. Brandel tried to go, and he had the option back out there. The defensive end did a nice job of sealing it right away, so a loss of about 2 on the play. And that's the tough thing for a young quarterback to know, that even while you're doing the mesh on the fake, you got to see that defensive end crashing already. You don't need to take a step. Just kick it out. Get the option out of your hands, because then all of a sudden your back's got a lot of room, but that's one of those that just takes time to do. That'll be a play he'll learn on and say, boy, if I just don't move my feet and go ahead and get it out the back, you can take the pop, can't you?
Yeah. Rocky needs to do something here offensively. They've struggled a couple of years in a row here. Another good run, almost a first down.
Gain about 5 on the toss wide right.
It's been a few years since Rocky was really known for their offense anyway. Their defense has been spectacular typically.
Yeah. Carry out by Yancey that time.
Good shot there, Brian. About 2 yards to.
Yeah, this is a big play right
down.
here. You'd really like to keep this drive going. Chance to move that clock. He's down to 8:13, but Lobos, this is a big play. The crowd's pitching into it. Back to the curl play. He easily got there. Drives right over behind Lavelle and crosses the 50.
It's good to have a pulling guard, huh?
Yeah. And Tegan Leofow, too, 49 there. Helped lead the way up the middle. I mean, they just got to start grinding it. Got to play their game. They're down 13-0. Doesn't make it any different, but you've got to stay true to yourself. And it's game 1.
See if they can do something with this first down now.
Yeah, you want to keep the clock moving. Under 7 have to play in the quarter here. Looks like Brown might be changing the play line of scrimmage. 3 down linemen for the Rebels. Quick give. Just a gain of a couple.
Tyrese Adler on the carry.
I like that play, though, design, because I didn't see that coming from them the last couple of years, where the fake the one way and then do a reverse option out the other way. So we'll see if that's something they continue to call, because you honor the dive back in that 2-back set strong on defense, and if you can step away from that, that just goes the maturation of the quarterback. Okay, turn around, get rivet. And most kids option to the left side, that's a tough thing to do as a young quarterback.
6:41 left here in the second quarter.
2nd and 8. Brandel back to throw. Has got to go outside. Got a nice block from Ben. Got a man downfield, wide open. Hits him. The 5, the 3. Just outside the goal line. Great throw. Tell you, Brandel got some pressure. Saw he had a block out there. Kept his composure. And he looked downfield. And I don't know if it was at 82. Was 82. Coach Stevens? The senior snuck behind. So it goes both ways, doesn't it?
Well, junior quarterback grew up a lot on that play, didn't he?
He really did. That was an impressive play. Say he had to had to realize he had to turn on the jets to get away.
You know,
Really important to punch one in.
They have not had the combination of quarterback and receiver. They'll have a quarterback who can throw and not really receivers, or opposite.
Yeah, you need to come back to that. They've had some legendary pairs here, but right now that play gets them down inside the 2-yard line. Go back to the curl play. I think Columbine's expecting that call.
Yeah.
They crashed the ends there, brought 8 or 9.
There, right?
Yeah.
Ball carried by Tyrese Adler.
Adler again with the call, with the carry, but nowhere to go.
You might have to throw this one in.
Well, you lost about a half a yard there. I actually, you know what I like? I like the toss, the wide toss. You know, to come around with the motion. Just a little bit of misdirection. Everybody's so close to the line of scrimmage. Somebody overcommits just a little bit, then that gives you that room.
Mr. Offensive Coordinator here. We'll see what
happens.
What happens.
2 receivers slot wide to the far side.
We've got single coverage.
Everybody coming up the middle, dive right through the right side. Pushes on in. Got nothing from the officials. Neither raised their hands, so they didn't see the ball down. Now
and it's
they do.
A touchdown.
So when both line judges came in, Randy, and didn't say anything about it, you know he's working his way underneath there still. So
it all counts, doesn't it?
Exactly. Great effort there on the line that time, right behind the big guys. They go for 6. That's an important extra point here. Jacob Willard, the sophomore out there, number 92. Good snap, kicks, drives it, and good. So they cut the lead down to just a touchdown. 13-7.
Made the band happy, made everybody happy.
Well, and you get your first score of the year, you know, you're going to get a good program like this. You don't want to just keep letting them put a goose egg on you. 5:07 left in the half, and play a little defense, you might get the ball back. I'd say, you know, Brandon's going to be a little revitalized after that big throw, and he's had a couple of nice throws in a row. The defense got to go back out and do their thing. Nice night here at French Field, boy. Just a cool breeze, comfortable night to play. Freshmen played earlier tonight, back on the other side. There was a 14-14 game last I looked, but a good one. Those days they talk about how many kids are coming out for football. Rocky Mountain 2 years in a row have had pretty big freshman classes.
Well, we talked to Poudre, and you know, they're having numbers that they haven't had in a few years too. So
a little resurgence. Kick, driving towards north end zone, far side inside the 5-yard line. Full head, Steve Miller comes up, bounce off one tackle. Snow, you got to break down and wrap him up. It's not that.
Yeah, you're not going to.
He slips contact pretty well, doesn't he?
Yeah, you got to hit and wrap up, because if you just hit him, he's going to bounce off that probably. We've watched that several times now.
Yeah, he kind of comes in, he does a little stutter step and stops.
And he initiates a lot of the contact. Yep. I mean, he initiated that first hit, and he got away from it. Fortunately, Rocky was able to stop him for no more gain. But.
Yeah, stuffed there at about the 26, 27-yard line, so a return of about 20 yards. 1st and 10 Rebels. Coming back out in the same set they finished with the touchdown pass. Lobos have got nobody on the slot man.
And that's not what you
needed.
needed.
And you got to just grab hold and hold on life. That's a good tackle by the safety, Vitano. He broke through there on the far side, going behind those big Saturday next year playing linemen they've got, and galloped across midfield down to the 44 of the Lobos. And actually, that was a good open field tackle by Angelo Vitano. As a DB, there's no such thing as a bad tackle when you get him down. He was the only guy between him and a long touchdown run. So 1st and 10 after the about 26-yard run. Get the ball back up the middle. Stuffed though at the line of scrimmage pretty well.
And here's the thing about this offense. If you can't stop them, they'll just keep doing. I mean, they're not going to do anything else until you stop what they do.
Sophomore Alec Hargraves there on the tackle. 53.
If you can't stop the fullback coming up the middle, then
you're going to
get a whole bunch of it.
You're going to get a steady dose of it, aren't you? So barely a half yard.
They've stopped a few times, but they got to do it.
You want 3 and out here. You give you a chance to pump before they get too close in. Start going for it on 4th down. Slot throw out here twice. Hit him again. Nice hustle across by the defensive backs. I like that play. Just a little bubble screen out to the outside. Hits 25 again. Ted Mullen had the touchdown. He's a big outside receiver too. They got him listed at 6'2", 195. That's awful big for any high school defensive back to get a piece of. And 3rd and short now after about an 8-yard gain. That was just a good call. I like that. Well, if you're going to commit to stop the run, what you've got to do, Rocky's not lining up man-to-man. They got a safety over the top. And that slot man's uncovered. That's going to be a fumble. That ball was out and down. Grabbed back by Columbine. Nice hustle there because you saw the spin move. Hollins there trying to get away and get a little extra and left it out in the air. We could see it go, but they were probably throat.
About 5 Lobos had a piece of him too before he came down.
Yeah, he was rolling around there and trying to make that extra yards, which generally you see that ball get loose. Nonetheless, 1st down, ball on the 29-yard line of the Lobos. 3:05 here left in the first half to play. Columbine leads 13-7. You're watching Stream It Sports. Bubble screen again. And they're going to make them start moving that linebacker out there. They're going to have to honor that, Randy. That's just too easy. You're going to get 6 yards. And
that's 9 yards.
They've moved it out there again. And you have to have somebody with leverage on that because you're making your corner play 2 people. Vitano down there is a good athlete, but all that receiver's trying to do is give you a screen and have Mullins get a head of steam up, makes a cut on you.
The dangerous thing too is he's a good enough athlete that he makes 2 cuts and he's liable to be to the house.
Like say 6'2" and buck 95. He's gonna have 25, 30 pounds on any defensive backs in high school.
Or that 94. Just
big tight
over
end.
to the right. My gosh, how big is he?
Flare pass, deep side, just going to be a little overthrown. Nice job on the far side that time by the corner, too.
He pushed him out off his route,
Yeah, he got him outside. That's a great point. He made him move around him, and that was Cody Stevens out there who had the long catch earlier. I like the play call. Giving Diorente just a chance to air it out. Stops the clock for him, so they've got plenty of time. 3rd and 3 now. Rocky crowd up. Backs tight to the formation. Look how close they are to the quarterback. Long count, gives it second man through, stumbles his way through it. Going to get 1st down yardage.
Carried by Hollins.
So Hollins again gains about 5, enough for the 1st down. Mark it again, ball at 17-yard line. It's tough to be out there on defense. You're just going to take that physical abuse on defense and they keep coming at you. Sweep right side, Columbine cuts it up inside Snow again. Tried to do a little too much dance and just got knocked down.
We haven't talked about this young man, but they've been writing about him a little bit. Andrew Gentry, 6'8", 285, number 75. So if you see him out there, Brian, we'll get a close-up on him.
It's your right side tackle here.
Your right side tackle, 6'8", 285.
The thing of it is, he's not a whole lot bigger than the guys next to him.
No, he doesn't stand out.
Yeah.
That's what's...
Toss wide left. Snow's got the angle, got a protector out in front of him. Makes one cut, bounce off tackle, gets the corner, and scores. There's a great play call, but really impressive there, though. We're just talking about that lineman. You got to give a little bit of love. 66, Evan Durbin out there, the junior, 6'3", 290. Pulling out there, and he was in front of him. Get your own personal escort out there, and he he had a full head of steam up in snow, just let him put his body on somebody and then cut off of him.
So you got 290 on one side, 285 on the other side.
I think they got a lot of them 275 or bigger.
They could play on Saturday with that offensive lineman right
It's
now.
not a lot smaller than you can see in a lot of definitely D2 schools, D3 schools, and playing Saturdays with that size, as you said. And several of them probably will be.
That just wears you down.
Rollout. Jarman's got a man open the flat, hits him, steps on in the end zone. Just a good play call.
Yes. Get that one
Coach
back.
Coach Lowry's offense right now is humming, and they got that big dominant offensive line. Backs are running well, and Jarman's throwing the ball pretty well. So looked at the touchdown there, makes it 21-7, and get their missed extra point attempt back. And just a tough drive to give up right before half by the Lobos. You got to credit Columbine. That's just a good program. Rocky Mountain's missing a couple of linemen tonight, and that shows.
Yeah. And just for good measure, they've got 6'4", 320 on there too.
They're some tremendous size. I saw them walking in. That's the guys you want coming off the bus first.
That's Aaron Judge size, the one guy, 6'8", 285. That's LeBron James, Aaron Judge size right there. Maybe heavier, maybe bigger.
I'd say probably bigger. Definitely wider. Kick far side again that time. Bounces short of the end zone. Does go out of bounds. So got the nice lucky bounce there.
It's not a punt.
Yeah, Vitano was hoping it's got to go away, and it did. So that'll bring the ball out from what could have been a really tough spot to be in. So you got a hand. Jarman back there, quarterback. He goes right back to safety. He stays on the field. I like that old school player. I love two-way players. And your skill positions, you see a lot more than you do with your linemen, that's for sure. But
well, he's like, I don't need to go anywhere. I'm just right here.
Yep.
You'll know where I'll be.
Keep facing you. I'll be in the middle of the field. So Lobos, 1st and 10, 35-yard line, 56 seconds to play. Love to make a play here, get a chance to go down there, throw a bubble screen the outside, a little high.
Oh, that was backwards too.
Yeah,
good thing
it was a good catch. And it's a little slow developing. Columbine trying to sell the fumble there. Official was right on, says no, he was down. It's a good throw. He's holding lefty out there, number 10, but throw just a little behind him, as you said. It made him kind of go back. Under center again. Brandel back. Flags thrown right away. Got to get rid of the ball a little quicker.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
He held up.
Another two-way player. And he's going to call that at the end. I think he may call him for taunting.
I was going to say good for 25 because he could have mashed him right there, and he didn't. But maybe he told him that he could have, and he didn't.
Yeah, we'll see. That's for them to decide, I guess. But we got 2 flags in the play, so unless they call it after the play.
Yeah.
Illegal shift by Rocky Mountain. Personal foul will be on Columbine, so they're offsetting. So they're calling at the same time. So basically what it was is a targeting call. He went to the head, which you cannot do.
I didn't see it, so.
Yeah, if you make helmet-to-helmet contact.
I thought he pulled up.
Yeah, that's the thing, even though he did.
He still hit him in the
wrong
place.
Yeah, got to put shoulder on numbers. Brandel steps up, trying to get away. Flips it outside. Nice look to outside. Got Vitano down the sideline. Get out of bounds. First down yardage across the 50. Nice heads-up play by Brandel there. Showing some poise, isn't he?
Yeah. Like I said, he's grown up a whole lot since first seconds of this game.
Yeah, down to 8-10 seconds to play. I'd say they got their quarterback for a year or two here now. That's just impressive there. He had the getaway. He could have made something out, but he had the alertness to know. And then credit Vitano, number 9, giving him a safety foul, being out there on the sideline. Here, get rid of it. I've got a spot. Get him first down and got out of bounds. I mean, you got to get out of bounds too, otherwise they place the change and run the clock, and now we're done. 10 seconds left in the half. Lobos get a little lightning here to get a ball in the end zone. Rolling right side.
Trying to step up and throw it and
just
nowhere to
too
do
long.
it.
Nope, number 84 just had a beat on. That's the backside in. Credit him the effort there. Justin Lorenz, the sophomore. 6'4", 210 sophomore. And timeout's going to be taken by Rocky Mountain. Well, actually, they're
clock
going to
ran out, but I don't know if they're going to put more on it or.
Nope, they called timeout, so they're going to give them the time back.
2 seconds.
So timeout by Rocky Mountain here, late in the first half. We'll be right back for the ending play.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
So we're back here. 2 seconds left. Last play of the first half.
Time for the Hail Mary or the Boise State pitch and catch. And you're going to see timeout now taken by Columbine. Not surprising. They want to see the formation.
So we'll take another timeout. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
So both teams have had a timeout chance, Randy. We're back here. A lot of sunshine just breaking through the clouds. Any play on the right side of the field is going to be tough for a receiver. Randall back to throw, a 5-man rush. Just fires it downfield. Good strong arm. Just throws it up in the air. Mullins goes up at a high point and tries to knock it down.
25.
A little chirping going on there.
A little bit too.
Yeah.
But
right now
he hit him when he was up in the air too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah. So after 2 quarters of play here in French Field, Columbine, the Rebels, in their second game of the season, lead 21-7 over the Rocky Mountain Lobos. You're watching Stream It Sports.
National clearance event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
We're back here now after half, and I've got the score up there. We wish it was that score, huh?
Yeah. But a tough half. If you're a Lobo fan, a couple of big plays that really just tipped it quickly, although they came back with a big play of their own, but 21 down, 21-7. And it's just that big offensive line dominating the line of scrimmage and allowing them to basically have success throwing and passing the ball inside, outside, running the ball, the sweeps. I mean, they've got it all clicking right now. You can see why Columbine's already pretty much figured to be a top 10 team this year. And if you got that much beef in front of you.
Let's talk about beef here. They got 6 foot 260. They got 6'5", 270. 6'6", 285. 6'3", 290. 6'4", 320. 6'4", 290. 6'8", 285. 6'1", 280.
Yeah, that'll wear on you. And you've got to just honor everything with that play. DeArmond, to his credit, he's thrown the ball really well. He's been on target. Mullins, obviously a capable receiver. We've seen him not only in that long ball, but also having a chance to turn and run on a couple of bubble screens. He's an effective player. And we see, DeArmond and Mullins and others playing both ways. They're back there in the secondary. They don't leave the field much. So, but you get a chance now. The Lobos saw the quarterback Randall making his first start here at French Field. Great moment for him. Didn't get much to do the first quarter, had a few things going on. Now showing some great presence on some plays here tonight, throwing the ball downfield, moving around, using his feet. Got to run the ball just a little bit better and stay on the field and maybe take advantage of some of those short passing lanes, because Columbine's doing the same thing as Rocky's doing. They are daring you to throw with cushion coverage and single high safety. So they may have to turn him loose a little bit more the second half, Randy, and see that more on first down too. Doesn't have to be 15 yards, does it?
Yeah, we've also got our first volleyball broadcast next Tuesday. Prairie View visits Fort Collins, so we'll have Samantha Miller now.
Get that right,
Peter.
Well, and she does such a great job there. We know that there's some great volleyball here in town, led by the defending state champions, Fossil Ridge Sabercats, and Rocky Mountain Rocky Mountain Collins and Poudre having good teams too. So the years started off well. We've already got girls softball going. Big shout out to our ace reporter from the Lambkins, the Big E, Eric Sampson. Said the Lambkins girls play tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Go out and support your Lambkins girls softball.
Well, they won. They
had a big tournament win too. Yep, they have 3-2 over the weekend there. So great job by them for starting the season out. It doesn't take long. Everything gets out the gate, doesn't it?
Yeah, everything's going. And again, just to let you know, this is the first year we will be broadcasting about 20 Windsor High School games. Will be first one will be the 8th of September. Windsor and Pine Creek, which is really probably one of the top games
in 4A.
In 4A all year. I mean, two perennial powerhouses. And we will have that on Streaming Sports. Eric Freehoff, Cody McCoy will be on the call on that. So that'll be our...
Streaming Sports is growing.
Yes. So if you want to be a sponsor to join some of our fine sponsors now, just email me at rmccoy@streamitsports.com. And we've got some packages that we think you'll like. Had lots of views, a lot of people watching on Facebook Live. And so here we go for the second half.
Rocky Mountain's kicking. Sorry about that, to step on you there, partner.
It's okay.
After the deferring first half, Columbine with the lead, gets the ball. Nice kick, drives him back to the goal line. One guy gets a hand on him, made him change course. Great coverage downfield by the Lobo kick team, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
tackle inside the 20, and that was made by one guy with his hair on fire. R1 or L1 got through their screen, and he just got a hand on him, but made him change directions. And the others closed in quickly. So the Lobos got a lot to do on defense this half, and that part of that's going to be helping the defense with the offense playing a little better, but just need to stop them. They need to get the ball back, get a touchdown before that Columbine gets that road grader line in gear again. Armory back under center, two backs, sweep right side. Snow dodges around. I tell you, he's just shifty inside there, isn't he? And one thing about DeArmond, though, he carries his fakes out, Randy. He was clear over here by the Lobos sideline after giving the ball in the sweep. Jogs about halfway over. He's going to get some mileage here on French Field tonight. Playing safety, quarterback, gets his own plays. They don't do the shuttle system very often.
I think he's in shape, don't you?
I'd say his conditioning level's pretty high for August.
And it's not cool out here.
No,
I mean,
he's getting workout. Sweep left again, same play other side. Snow cuts it upfield. Nice closing tackle there is going to stop the first down. It's a great job coming inside there.
Well, you got to focus because it's hard to tell that quarterback doesn't have the ball. I mean, he runs a great.
Yep, Mateo Vitano there, 17. Just a nice job by the corner. Kept the leverage. Didn't let him cross his numbers, and by that I mean let him get outside and just tied him up. 3rd and 2, 3rd and a long 2. Be a nice stop for the Rocky Mountain to get. Crowds into it. Still in the 2-back, tight end, wing side left. Fake. The arm running outside. They got contained. Just going to throw it downfield. That's way over the top. Nice job on the coverage on the far side over there, too. I think that's 82 Stevens.
That's a surprising call to me because
I'm
getting
very
3
surprised.
yards has not been very hard for them tonight.
And nice job by Stevens out there. He made him float the ball over the top. And they did a good job, the defense on that side. I have to give credit out there at the end on that side, 44. Jacob Bennett didn't let anybody get outside him either. Forced the armor to throw the ball.
That's a best-case scenario now for the Lobos.
Get a chance to get the ball back without them drawing any blood or even getting a first down. Nice job for the Lobos D. Long count. Decent snap. That's a nice punt. Tom's going to have to chase all the way over. Ball's going to be on the ground. I don't know who it hit.
It hit somebody.
Yeah, I think, but Vitano got run into by a Columbine player. It doesn't matter. I don't think it was on purpose, though, but number 3 was over there downfield, Evan Mavis, the junior. I mean, that's just a...
That's like the official didn't know what to do at the play there.
Yeah, I don't think they saw the ball hitting Vitano, but you know what? He did the smart thing. Don't wait for an official to tell you, we thought that hit you, even if it did or did not.
Just get on the ball.
Yeah, get on the ball. That's a good heads-up play. So Brandel comes back out under center to start the 3rd quarter. Just a short stint on offense for the Rebels that time. 10-13 left in the 3rd. Snap, quick bubble screen the outside. We talked about it, Randy. They're making the play. Got to give it a chance. Gain of a couple. And that is so hard for a quarterback because you only get about one step. You got to get that ball out of your hands. No matter what you do, you got to have good footwork to turn, get your hips around, just flick it out there. You don't have time to set your feet. We did talk about both the Lovell kids out there on the line, but 71 Blades. Also Jeffrey Reich, 50. 56 Christian Atherton. Jeremy Reed, 59. If you've been around Lobos sports for a while, you know Megan Reed, great softball player. Josh Reed, real tough running back.
Another in the Reed clan, huh?
Yep, exactly. Breaks through the middle. One step from really getting going.
That's a nice.
That was, Adler was a step. That was a nice tackle, just getting a part of him, wasn't it?
19, I believe it's.
For Columbine there coming up, Espen Weber.
Yeah, he saved the first down and maybe more.
Well, one thing you look at Columbine's, and I realized this years ago playing down there, not only do they have a huge roster, but they don't have many sophomores.
No,
they just don't. When you can substitute a senior with a junior or even another senior, like I say, that's an inordinately high number of kids out for football, and that's a credit to Coach Lowry. Dive right side. Didn't fool anybody. Tried to do a little back motion behind there, and I don't know if there was a little mix-up there, but either way, that's going to bring up 4th and 5, and the Lobos will have to punt it back. Like to pin Rebels back deep in their own territory here.
Well, what you got to do is you've got to contain the whole field here because they've got athletes handling the ball on every play.
Well, and Mr. Snow trots back inside the 20.
And so we know what he can do.
Good snap, 2-step, little end over ender. taken right at the 14, 15-yard line. Got to get to the outside. He does. He's got a good stiff arm, doesn't he? Oh, that's going to be very close to being late.
No on the return. Stop by Lambert.
No call by the side judge, so he didn't leave his feet before he got off the field. There's just so much emphasis now.
That was right on the edge.
Three years ago, I wouldn't have said a thing about that, but there's so much edge on emphasis, on how we're protecting the players. Because that's when a kid's the most vulnerable. Going out of bounds, there's nowhere else he's going. And it's tough to tell a defender who just ran full speed to try to make a play to pull up. We saw that earlier. Mullins with a personal foul in the first half with a helmet-to-helmet contact. Doesn't matter how hard you do it, it's what you did.
Huge student section down here. Just look down at the
Lobos
Thursday
representing.
Night. Awesome.
Boy, 62 front there. Man on the outside. I formation. Boy, they just go in and tackle everybody. Where's the ball? DeArmond kept it. Was that Hargraves again?
Yep.
Yep. The sophomore in the interior line there, Hargraves, has made several plays there. He's looking up at whoever's putting their hand on the ground across from him, and he's made several plays, and that's just desire and quickness.
Rocky High School football would like to thank its sponsors, Drs. Crane and Seeger Orthodontics, Collision Repair Center, Mountain States Driving.
So good first down stop by the Lobo defense, brings up 2nd and 9. Like I say, you'd like to keep them longer than 3rd and 6 if you could. Yarman back to throw, throws a slant down the middle, nice throw and catch.
Boy, that was...
Yeah, well timed. And he's got such a big target out there with Mullins. I tell you what, there's 25. Mullins, he can deliver it, but everywhere he goes, there seems to be something happening after the play.
Well, number 9 for Rocky, there's obviously been some talking, so he smacked him on the...
Yeah, he gave him a little pat on the shoulder pads going away. He said, your huddle's back that way.
Hopefully it's good-natured stuff going on.
Well, you know what? This is not a sport for those who are laid back.
Yeah.
You can talk all you want.
Mr. Mullen is an impressive-looking receiver, though.
Yeah. Little curl good in there. Boy, somebody put their pads right on the numbers of Snow.
Snow on the carry.
It's 44.
Stop by Neil Davis.
Davis is getting credit for the stop. Yeah,
Jacob
Neil Davis,
Bennett,
42.
I think Bennett was in there.
They got around him. So the clock running. 7:04 left here in the third. 21-7. Columbine leads. Randy, this is the way they'd like to draw it up. Have a lead, run the ball. Do some of those things they want to do. They've already had that game experience after beating Ralston Valley. That's going to be an illegal shift. Procedure call.
False start on the offense.
Just a little too quick. We try to do a little better job, too, as we go along the season. All those numbers coming in and out for the Lobos there. You just see big old 50 Jeffrey Wright coming out of the game there. Substitution back in for him was 55, I believe it was going through. Just you got to keep them fresh when you're playing somebody that big, don't you? You got to rotate them.
Yeah, you ride that doggy that long, man. You're going to be tired.
Yeah, just leaning on you. A little delayed give there. Second man through, breaks out in the open. What a great play. Stepped out of tackles.
A little stiff arm.
Yeah, he's very good stiff arm. Snow does a nice job with that. Well, and what that play was, they ran the sweep to the right side sweep action, but gave it back to the running back coming underneath, which is just a great trap play. And because you're following flow.
On the run. Tanner Hollins, 24.
Yeah, that was quite the play call. I saw that in warm-ups and just kind of made me interested, so I wait till they ran it again. They do. They're actually giving it back to the running back underneath instead of running the sweep beside. He's the trailing back, but it's not meant to go outside. So 1st and 10 after a long gain. Ball inside the Lobos 30. 3-man backfield. Give it to Mullins going around the outside, still on his feet, just bouncing off people. That's just a size and bigger size and smaller size guys. I mean, after a while, it's just too tough to take on. Gain of about 15. I mean, Lobos had 4 or 5 guys on him. And we got a player down on the field right now, Rocky player down on the field. So we're going to have an injury timeout here at French Field. We'll be back after this message. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Welcome Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Injured Lobo kind of getting off under his own steam here. Jeffrey Reich, number 50. Good to see. Like I say, there was a lot of bodies flying around there, and that's the knees and ankles. That's become a problem, and he's moving. One of the nice things, we've said it before here, Randy, too, we get great medical attention here. Doctors and those on staff from OCR and others that volunteer here. Players are well looked after. It's not it's a collision sport, that's for sure. So 1st and 10, though, after the carry. DeArmond back to throw, starting the middle. Oh, just missed getting picked off. A great play on the delayed break. Satan Vitano came over, and that time went through the guy, didn't let the ball go through him, did he?
No,
that was just a great read.
Is down in that coffin corner. We don't see too well. Looked like could have been a little bit quick, but no flag.
The timing there was had it as it had to be, it looks like.
Right in front of the officials, so they
got the view.
Better than we did.
We always say that's the dark side of the moon over there.
Yeah, it's hard to see what's. Officials have not had a flag party tonight, so that's.
Don't talk about it. 2nd and 10 now.
And there you go.
Procedure call.
Flag on the plate.
Somebody put a hand down, then picked a hand up and put it back down.
You can't do that. As the crowd says,
right,
you can't do that.
Yep. Backs him up out to the 20. Got to get inside the 5-yard line for a 1st and goal.
Rebels have not been able to score here in the 3rd quarter, so combination.
5:35 to play.
Rocky playing some decent defense.
Yep, making them earn it. Well, that's the best you got to do. Like I said,
playing the field position.
You talk about getting a second game under your belt. DeArmond rolls to his left, looks, tries it, fires it down. He's got a man open, Mullins, who makes the catch. What a great catch, too.
What a great throw.
Because that ball was behind him. He put it on a rope, but the ball was behind him, and he turned back around to get it. And normally you'd want that ball to the outside.
What an impressive looking athlete.
Yeah.
Number 25. You'll see him playing somewhere next year. Ted Mullen, 6'2", 195 senior. They call him a running back, but tell you what, he runs,
they moves him out now.
He catches the ball really well.
So 3rd down and 2. They've got to get inside the yard to gain is about the 5, maybe just inside it. Full house backfield, give the second man through, pushes his way inside the 5 towards the goal line. Stop short, maybe the 2-yard line. That will stop the clock just to reset the 1st down marker. Just so tough to stop when you're giving up 60, 70 pounds across in some of the spots there, if not more.
It looks like carnage after some of these runs,
Yeah, they credit the Lobos defense. They're flying around doing what they can. It's just when you're just overmatched on size. Sweep left again, and Mullins goes into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown, 1 rushing, 1 receiving.
Ball carried by Mullins, touchdown Rebels.
So the Rebels back on the board after a long drive.
Again, got to make Coach Lowry really happy. It's what they want to do. That's their.
Mm-hmm. This time Yarmouth, who, like I said, I think he might drive the bus and gather all the helmets up too. He kicks, quarterback, safety.
And you probably couldn't take him out of any of them, huh?
Nope. Kick is up and good. Making it 28-7 with 4:18 left here in the third. Columbine leads the Rocky Mountain Lobos here at French Field. We'll be right back. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
So we're back here. 28-7, the Rebels ahead of the Lobos. Want to thank our sponsors. First Bank, Schrader Oil, Pedersen Toyota. If you want to be a sponsor, email me, rmccoy@streamitsports.com. We've got several packages to choose from. We'd love to have you as part of our partnership.
Give you a chance to support local high school athletics. Jarman's kick this time just inside the 10-yard line. Vitano goes the wide side. He's got an alley outside the 30. Steps along one tackler. Still on his feet, Randy, almost to the 40. Crosses it and goes down.
Number 17, Mateo Vitano on the return.
So the Vitano boys tonight, Mateo and Angelo, making their mark felt. And this time the Mateo coming off. He got hit at the end. The guy
you say Patano, I say Patano.
You know, so. Yeah, he got, I don't know, might be just cramping up as a cramp. But he got kind of jumped on at the very end of the play there. And they say it's not a hot night out, but it's been a pretty hot, dry week. And it doesn't take long to find out you're dehydrated. So Lobos looking for a score. Need to get some continuity in offense again here. Brandel back to throw on first down. He's got a man outside. Looks downfield, just fakes it. Good pump fake by the QB.
And gets the first down.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. That's just take what's given in front of you, see what you've got there, and go. Nice little I like that too. He kept the ball pretty close, but gave a little bit of pump fake, made that DB think about whether or not you were near the line of scrimmage. They've got to honor that first, and just ran on by him. You got to add an effective throwing game. You don't have to be superb. You don't need to throw it 35 times, and you run the ball as well as these two offenses can run it. But you got to be effective. Left side give to Adler, breaks it out in the open. A little rhythm there in a couple plays in a row. Gain of about 7, maybe 8. At the very least, now the Lobos have got the field flipped, but as well as the Columbine offense has been running, I don't know if that's that big a deal, but you've got to give your defense a rest here, don't you? You've got to stay on the field a while.
Yeah, you do, and it'd be nice to score some points.
Bubble past the outside screen to Stevens. Just a little too slow.
Yes.
You know, and a little more of a press coverage that time from Columbine, too. They came up on it. That's a long throw for a young quarterback, too. I mean, that ball has got to get out of your hands. It's got to have some serious pace on it. He's got a strong arm, but like I say, you know, you're going to, as maturity comes around, we've seen quarterbacks come in here that have had great statistics, but some throws are just the tougher ones to make, and they've got everything to do with physicality.
One of the strongest arms we've ever seen down here since we've been doing these, Matt Lynch, who's playing at UCLA now.
Yeah.
Boy, he had he could make that throw, couldn't he?
Yeah, receiver better pay attention. Two tights, toss left side. Looking upfield, cut down. Ooh, good tackle. Just short of first down yards in the 40-yard line.
Look who's there, number 25.
Yeah, Mr. Mullins.
They just turn around. That backfield just turns around and plays D, don't they, pretty much?
4th and short, and I actually like Coach Brook going for this.
early in the season. It's a non-conference game.
Yeah, well, you're down 28-7. Clock's running. About 2 minutes to play by the time you snap this. Like I say, Columbine's already had a game. You need to lay it out there. Crowd getting into it here. And
they get it.
Yep, Adler pushed through there. Nice job keeping his pad level down. Gets well past the 40-yard, inside the 40-yard line, down to nearly just past the 39. Didn't get a great spot there, but my view might be a little worse than the umpires.
Boy, I tell you. Yeah,
big first down.
Okay.
Big first down. So two back set again, slot receivers wide right. Give right away up the middle. Again, the quick hitters are starting to work, Randy. They're getting off the ball right now. That offensive line playing with some purpose. Going right behind Spencer Lovell and also number 59 on that side, Jeremy Reed, the junior. Making some hay. They just got to keep it going. Brings up second and a long 6. Randall back under center now. Same formation. Little draw outside play there. That's going to be a little slow developing, and Columbine bringing more than a few people. Plugged that one up pretty good. Maybe a loss of a yard on that play. Now there's still, you went on fourth down a minute ago, loss of maybe 2 actually, back outside the 35. So they don't need to get 7 right here. You'd like to get some, but I'd like getting the ball back out in Brandle's hand again, Randy, see if we can get a little work in some space.
Well, I'd like to see that slant again. He's only run it twice, and both times it was open.
Been there.
It's been there.
Well, Columbine's shifting back now. They got the 2 high safeties, although they're bringing one up on the slot. But your middle safety is fairly in the middle of the field, shading just a bit. Back to look at the slant like you called it. That one just a little high. Fired it though, good throw. Stepped in, put the ball there just a little high. Lefke tried to get up for it, the sophomore, just couldn't pull it in.
Makes a difference having a 6'2", 195 target, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, and that's just also one of those things where he got Brandel wanting to put a good pace on the ball, which he did. Ball's right on time. And that's still a timing thing. You're just going to get used to your receivers. You're going to get used to them. It's a junior throwing to a sophomore. They might have just met 3 weeks ago in camp. But I like the signs of it. But you still want to complete them. So both Stevens and Schwartz out here near side, wide. 4th and 7. Randall back to throw. Blitz coming. Taking it deep. Going to be overthrown. And out of bounds. That was one of those. You got to get it downfield, the right spot. Nobody really had a chance for that.
And that's the last play of the third quarter.
So after 3 quarters of play here at French Field, Lobos trail 28-7, the visiting Columbine Rebels. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Back here now at French Field. Turnover on downs that time by the Lobos. Columbine offense back on the field. First down and 10 at their 35-yard line. Well, just curl sweep back in the middle. Just falling behind the big uglies, as Keith Jackson always used to say, with affection. And they're doing a great job up front tonight. Across the board there, that's a pretty good offensive line. Lobos a game, but a smaller defense than that kind of attack just going to wear on you. Guys are flying around making plays, but not after a 3 and 4 yard gain as an average, I think, tonight. Jarmut gives ball to the middle. Slight stuffed well by the line. Bring up third, about 4. Hargraves again. Tell you the sophomore, Randy. Alec Hargraves. Not the biggest guy out there playing between the tackles, but his name's been called a lot tonight. Quick substitution. I thought they had somebody to come out. I must have missed that part.
One-on-one on the left here with Mullen.
Well, they've got 7 in the box, 8 in the box, so they did short drive like that. Boy, a big stand up in the hole. Great hit. Didn't get the first down no matter what. Flag thrown. Well, whoever stepped up in the slot there, that was a big boy play. Met the running back right in the hole, stood him up.
Probably not able to be flexible. You know, you see you got your big receiver out there with single coverage.
Yeah, well, that was a big pop. They're going to have a holding call there, so they'll take the spot foul on that and move it back, make it 3rd down again and about a whole lot.
That chop block?
Yeah, I think it was. It had to be a personal foul version. That was 15 yards. So, snapping it near, they're just inside their own 30. They've got to get across the 45, the yard to gain. I think I'd look for 25.
Well, again, they had him single coverage last time. Now they've got him in.
He's in the slot here. Safety's shading over the top.
Oh, good.
Jarrett's going to get out of trouble here. He's not going to get the first down, but he does a good job of just extending the play.
Jarrett gets the corner.
Gained about 12 or so. Is going to make it 4th and about 5.
And they'll go for this, won't they?
I would be pretty surprised they do. They look like they're going to. They're on their side of the field. 4th and 4.
They got a 21-point lead. And
well, that's why I'd say you kick it.
They can. But if they keep it, they pretty much ice this thing.
Why would you let somebody back in the game here? I'd be right now, if I was the defense, don't take the bait. Look for the cheese. Don't watch the hard count.
Go offside.
Yeah, like I say, that's the difference between one game and none so far. Columbine already having a game this week. Going to roll out left. Got a flag down before that. That'll move him further back. That'll make the play a little bit easier to call, so that'll make it 4th and 9. Here comes the punt team. So a nice stand by the Lobo defense, forcing the punt. They get the ball back with just under 10 to play in the game. Made some big plays on special teams tonight too. Vitano back. Angelo Vitano, number 9, the junior. Good snap. That's a pretty good punt. Hangs it up high into the night sky here at French Field. Fair catch called in the 25-yard line. Nice job by Vitano securing it. It's going to be 1st and 10 Lobos. So Brandel stepping back into the breach again here. Good night for his first start. Lobos offense, so just needs to stay on the field a little bit more, get a little bit more precision. You know, we talked about earlier in the game, Randy, where that first game and second game is when you make most of your progress in just about any sport. Lobos single back wing right. Receivers split up both sides. Back to throw, blitz coming, turns aside. That's a good dump off right away. Just a good decision. He might have been able to run for the same yardage, but I like that he just, Morangello, Cameron Morangello. It's the first time I got to say that name tonight because I remember trying to say that last year. But good catch and got 3 or 4. Ball just short of the 30-yard line. But just a good decision made by Randall.
Yeah, and
things will pay off.
You said, he could have run for that, but he
give it to your guys. Yeah,
yep.
give it to your guys, and that next time he'll do that, he'll get his shoulders turned quicker, find him quicker. Toss right side. Spin move, nowhere to go, really. Nice job by Columbine flooding the area with defenders.
Ball carried by Yancey.
Yancey just trying to make the edge and just couldn't get there.
Tackle made by Lorenz and Fred.
Now, one thing also, if you're Rocky Mountain there, it's 2 plays in a row. You got third down coming up, but you've been running the clock a little bit too. It's under 8:40 to play here by the snap. Single back, Randall back, going to get snowed under here. I don't know if they're going to call an offsides there or procedure, but that was before the snap.
Sack by Lorenz.
Illegal shift from Rocky Mountain. That can be declined and is. Whitehead didn't even have to look over. He pretty much knew they weren't going to take that play. So a bit of a loss there, about 9 yards. One guy just shot the gap.
And as aggressive as the Rebels defense has been, they don't, I think that was the first or second sack. So that's Rocky Mountain has kept them out, and the young quarterback's been able to scramble his way out of trouble.
Yep. Right now, you need a pretty good punt. Kicking from inside, basically, you're going to be at your 10-yard line by the time he gets foot to ball. Looking for the count for the back. It was long towards there. That's a nice punt. Ball turns over in the air, driving back inside the 35-yard line. Snow breaks the outside. He's got some steam up. Oh, good tackle. And he does that stop. Guys are starting to get used to him now a little bit there, because that time Neil David just said, okay, you're going to stick your arm out, I'm going to grab it and just throw you down. Not trying to run through it, because he's stopping to put the stiff arm out and just change directions. He's not trying to keep running. As you said, he stops.
Right.
So great play by David that time. Gave him only a 5-yard return. But close to midfield, ball starting position for the Rebels. Leading 28-7. And under 8 minutes to play here in the game, I would imagine Coach Lowry will be pretty happy to run the ball and keep that clock going. Sweep left side, bounce off the tacklers. Boy, I thought somebody had the play in the backfield, but now they got the edge. Nobody even saw.
And that'll get a
Yeah, that'll definitely get a penalty. Flag. That was 2 guys. One guy stopped, one guy running, but he extended his arms. I don't think he knew where they were at. I mean, that track there's just no chance stopping there.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't see one, but it's right there on
the... No, they threw it. The side judge threw it as he's come running down there, and it's a good call. Incidental or not, you just can't even, like I said, the one called earlier, it says it doesn't matter what you're thinking, you still did it. So tack 15 on to about an 18-yard run.
And you've been chasing that guy all night.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's new running backs too. I think that was that's a couple of backups there. That looked like, I think it was 38. Is that Cunningham? Yeah, Tamrat Cunningham. Snap, DeHart gives it up there middle, going around. Still just moving the pile straight forward. Gain of about 4.
On the tackle, ball carried by Lobos.
So 2nd and 6 for the Rebels. About 7:10 left to play here, leading 28-7. And just a steady drive here, Randy, as you say, that would be one of those close the door touchdowns here. Ball's on the ground, still banging around. I don't know who got it. I think if it was the running back, yeah, it was 32. Andrew Terrazas. Like I said, that's a substitute coming in, Randy. He's a 5'9", 170-pound senior.
So they're substituting seniors for seniors.
Yeah, they don't have depth issues. So 3rd and 8. Interesting call coming up. By contrast, number 31 standing next to 75 there in the huddle of, and we have a timeout taken here on the field. So timeout by Columbine. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Back here now. See the Lobos huddle there on the sideline. Far sideline is the Columbine Rebels. They're leading 20-7. They got the timeout called. Kind of an interesting spot to call a timeout when you're leading by 21 points, I might say, but it's still a teaching moment. It's early in the season.
Well, and you got different players out there, and, you know, they deserve the opportunity to know what's going on, too. So it is high school. And
well, they got different running backs. That's still the same quarterback, and the offensive line hasn't changed too much. That's an impressive bunch. Fake the give there. Most triple option. Yarmouth just fell on it. I think he didn't get the handoff secured. Somebody popped him, so kind of overthought it, didn't they?
That's got to be disappointing after the timeout.
Yeah.
Come out there and basically they just all three ran into each other.
Yeah, they're trying to look the old crossbuck play. Follow two, one cuts back behind, and execution was lacking. So they're going to try. If he's going to kick from there, he's going to be kicking it into the centers. Yeah, there we go. He's going to move back a little bit. I was looking at the place kicker putting it down. So it'll be a 41-yard attempt.
That's still pretty close.
Yeah. It's going to be high enough, long enough.
Good.
And good. So a very good kick there. Was that Yarmouth, too, the quarterback again?
Field goal up and good.
Wow. I'm betting he drives the bus home.
Yeah, he's going to have some opportunities to.
Well, he's just a great high school player because he's doing a little bit of everything for that program right now. And a 41-yard kick.
I bet he's prom king, too.
Well, he's the junior. We get a chance to see him one more year if they're on the schedule.
Wow.
So 31-7, 5:36 left in the game. Say just the real get-going time for all the schools here in northern Colorado. Tomorrow night, once again, tune in to Stream It Sports. Eric Freehoff on the call. Randy T, not Randy M.
Randy T.
Bringing you a city-school matchup, which will be a fun one. Should be a pretty good crowd, nice weather, a lot of people out.
Only thing that might keep the crowd a little bit away is there's another little game going on in Denver. And it's early in the year, so the.
Well, it's different having these city games early. That's another reason I don't like that realignment, but that's not for us to decide, is it?
No.
Goes DeArmond again. Kicks the ball this time. Nice kick, way up in the air, hanging time, down to the goal line. Matano gets to the outside to be tackled about the 17-yard line.
Matano on the return.
One of those trying to run a little too far sideways. They've had some luck there, but then also,
well, they've gone left almost every kick.
Yeah.
And not sure if that's the plan or.
So going through it. So right now you're playing for execution repetition. You're down, 31-7, 5:28 left in the game. Lobos, they'd love to get another chance of getting one across the line. Substitutes in now for Columbine on defense. Brandel looking around, sees a man wide open outside. Nice, it is dropped. Yancey was all by himself and had a chance to turn it up the sideline, but good patience shown that time by Brandel in the pocket.
And he put it right there on the money.
I think next time, as we see him, that's a good accurate ball with a good strong arm, and that ball next time delivered a little earlier. All those little things get the ball in his hands, and I think what Yancey was trying to do there, knowing the sideline was imminent, trying to turn and run.
Yeah, he was.
But no, there's going to be good things happening there. There's connections to be made. Say first game of the season. Columbine with the blitz. Brandel steps up, dumps it off. That's a good throw that time. Another one that Steps across. Catch and run after there by number 27.
And, you know, 27 plays a little more, he'll know that he should have tried to get out of bounds there and stop the clock.
Yeah.
He ran back into the...
He's trying to make the big play. First down, no yardage.
Right now, they stopping the clock would be more
just about as important, yeah. So 1st and 10 now. Change of plays. Clock is wound. Breaking the huddle with some intensity now. 5:07 left in the game to play. Clock is running. Back to throw again. Spins out. Trying to find somebody downfield. That's just a good idea. Just get rid of it. Trouble is that short side rollout, that really limits your targets.
Yeah.
You know, you've got just the one there, and to roll out, and as the quarterback, he's turning his back to the line of scrimmage, so it's so important to find your, find your target, get back to facing the line of scrimmage quick, and there's just not much room there. And in the end, he just did the smart thing and hitting that thing into the ground. Vitano had no chance to go anywhere. 2nd and 10 now. Yancey motion ride, roll out right, flag up in the air right away. Oh. Interception on the play. And I think the ball actually kind of came out of his hand because the ball was wobbling. That was not his throw. He's got a much stronger arm. That ball, I think it just kind of slipped. He's trying to throw it, just lob it over the top linebacker, but it was right to him.
What the call is here, illegal procedure. That should have stopped the play, though, shouldn't it?
No, if they can call that as the 2-minute motion, they'll decline it.
And there you go. If there wasn't a dagger before, that certainly is.
Yeah, and it's going to see now. Columbine gets a chance to put some kids on the field that hadn't got some playing time. Give them a chance. They took the ride up here too. Got the junior out there, 65, the right tackle, 6'6", 285 pounds.
Coming off the bench.
Yeah. Still got DeArmond out there at quarterback. Wants to make sure everybody gets in the right place. So tough way to kind of. The pick was one of those just like a momentary lapse. I think the ball just slipped out of his hand. He had the man open. Nonetheless, DeArmond up, backup quarterback lefty goes in the end zone, hits him.
Touchdown, what a throw.
Yeah, that really was. That was a pretty good throw, and that was number 13 in the games there. Brady McLean.
Threw it to 41.
Yep, hit him right in the numbers on the little crossing route. Kind of surprised they threw the ball at all, but Luke Folsom, sophomore on the catch.
Touchdown, Rebel.
So that's a little rubbing a little salt into it, throwing there in 1st and 10 after a pick. When you've got somebody down already, 37-7 now.
Maybe when you got your second team in, it doesn't count.
Maybe. If they ran the shotgun and threw it all the time, I'd say yeah.
It's really kind of the first time we've seen that.
Kick is up and good. That one just kind of hit a little fat by DeArmond there, but it's up and a touchdown, and the PAT makes it a 38-7 lead, 4:39 left here at French Field. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
So after the touchdown by Columbine, touchdown pass, and PAT gives them a 31-point lead. Lobos back to receive again. I think they'd like to get back out there, run that offense a little bit more. Just a little hiccup on the last one there. Some passes thrown, doing some good things, but showing those first game of the year issues that so many teams have. Short kickoff this time to the 5. Tano makes the break up the middle. He's got some daylight, gets to the outside, tries to get to the corner. It's a foot race, and he gets knocked out of bounds. Great play downfield.
Rosenfield bumps Vitano out.
A good hustle play there by Tyler Rosenfield. Vitano's down the sideline. That's just more of a lengthy, a pretty good hit, but great return. Ball past midfield out to the 48-yard line of Columbine. The mileage Vitano's put on tonight from safety and returns. He's had several really good returns. That's the good and the bad. One says you're doing returning the ball well. The trouble is you're getting a lot of return opportunities.
Yeah, which means the other team is
scoring a few times. Single back, double wing. Yancey in motion, right side. Brandel back to throw. Screen set up nicely. Adler going downfield. One man to beat on the inside. Does it. Great run. Good read in the block. And I'll tell you what, the block downfield down here, Cody Stevens, number 82, he stayed on his man, gave Adler a chance to pick a side to go and get him about another 8 to 10 yards. I like the play call there, too.
Yeah.
A little bit of confidence back. Brandel showed some poise that time and really did a nice job of floating that in there. I mean, screen game, well, if you can run at the high school level, such a hard thing to do. First and 10 Lobos, 25-yard line now. Straight dive up the middle. Moving through it. Adler again on the carry, down inside the 20 to the 16. Lobos back on the line. Under 4 to play now. A little bit of urgency, second and short. Slant pass, hits Stevens inside the 5, twist down to the 2. One thing I like, Randy, about what Brandel just did here these last couple plays, he's completely shook off that pick.
Right.
As goofy as the play that wasn't a choice thing. That was just an execution thing on that pick, but he's made some nice throws here. Great execution on the screenplay. First and goal. Give to Adler again. Adler 3 times there, takes the length and goes in. Lobos score their second touchdown of the night. Build up the positives. Do what you're going to do now. So Adler on the screenplay, a carry, and then finishes off on a 3-yarder for the touchdown. PAT now fake on the kick. Stevens just going to try to take off, and he had nowhere to go. I think it was just a high snap, and he had to leave his feet to get it. Instinctively did the right thing, but there was really nowhere to go. So that's going to make the score 38-13 with 3:33 left to play. You're watching Stream Sports.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on it.
Back here now, French Field, after that long kickoff return by Vitano, taken across midfield, and 3 plays later, a screen pass, a long run by Adler, and the reception by Adler, and then takes it in himself on a short plunge. A little bit of offensive continuity. The Lobos have shown some flashes. Things you want to build on from that first game to the next. As we said, speaking of next games, big game tomorrow night. Tune in to Stream Sports. Catch Eric Freehoff on the call with Randy T. Thanks to that again to Brian Roxbury, our cameraman. And I believe it's Abby Block tomorrow night.
I believe so. Get the Abbey Meister tomorrow night.
That's right. Saren Hughes Ford kicking off, number 5. That ball's driven deep into the end zone. Big time kick. So Columbine will start on their own 20. Chance to get some more of their reserves in the game. Both teams are doing that now. I see a lot of substitution. One thing good to see though, Randy, number 50, Jeffrey Reich, who had to be helped off there earlier, is back in the game. That's good to see. He's okay. Substitutions in there now. I see number 21, Jacob Gallahan at senior. Excuse me, at safety. James Chavez, sophomore, out there on the far side, 19. Near side cornered Blake Riot, number 25. And we've got a penalty flag.
I thought it was a timeout. Yeah, it's a
nope,
timeout.
Yeah, it is a timeout. So timeout taken by Columbine. I think they want to make sure they're getting it run right. So we'll take a break up here ourselves. You're watching Streaming Sports. All right, we're back here after timeout by Columbine. Just some others out there in the field for the Lobos. 46, Luke Crawford. Neil David has set 42 out there. Reich back in the game, too. Give the ball left side. Nice stuff and tackle. Somebody stepped right across there in the hole. Get that chance on the field, making the play.
Reich on the ball carried by Cunningham.
Didn't get the name on the, or the number, excuse me, for the tackle there, but loss of about 1 on the play. Chance for a lot of guys to get some experience tonight, too. Just the first game of the year for the Lobos, second game here for Columbine, so it's early in the season for both, giving a chance to put some experience on, add depth. Sweep to the left side. Right side, excuse me, coming back in there. Got a hold of a shoulder pad there. I almost thought that was a face mask, but it wasn't. Nice play there.
Well, he got a hold of something.
Yeah, he had a good hold of that shoulder pad. You can get the shoulder pad okay, but not the face mask or behind. That's going to be a horse collar, and that was just a good hustle play. Tackle brings him down, but a timeout on the field taken by Rocky Mountain. So we'll have a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back. You're watching Streaming Sports. Back here now. Teams breaking their sideline huddles after the timeout by the Lobos. 2:36 left to play, 38-13. You're watching Streaming Sports. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks to our sponsors, Schrader Oil, First Bank, and Pedersen Toyota. Give them a holler. Catch us at NoCo Broadcast 2 on Twitter. Tell our sponsors thanks for helping you bring high school sports to you. Support these young athletes. I formation, roll out left side. And there's a late pitch, pretty good. I thought he was going down. Number 54 for the Lobos, Dylan Myers-Knordy was all over him, and he just kicked it out of there. A nice decision by the QB at the end. So enough of a gain on the play, gain about 7, got the first down. Good heads-up play by the backup quarterback for the Rebels. Brady McLean, the sophomore. Imagine they probably got DeArmond over on the sideline, Randy, probably iced down and resting. And
yeah, boy, he's
what a night.
He's played a good game. Several of the Rebels have.
Yeah, well, that's a talented football team.
As with Rocky Mountain, you know, they've competed in this game.
Straight give up the middle over the side, gain of about 5 or 6. Because even when they're putting in backup linemen, there's 5 or 6 guys there that are 6'4" or better and 260 or better, and that's just tremendous depth. Everybody's going to get nicked. That's going to happen. Substitutions in for the Lobos. James Chavez there on the near side corner. Try to get credit to all these athletes as they get out there as we can. Daxon Bush, senior on the far side there at end, number 93. So second and about 3. Sweep to the side, give the right side, gets outside. And that's the way you tackle. Right there, number 19. That's the way you draw it up. James Chavez got his head across the bow, put his nose up, saw what he's hitting, and drives his legs. Close to first down yardage, but boy, what a textbook tackle. So they're saying he's going to be short. Brings up 3rd and very short. It's pretty much one of those plays where positive yardage will get you the first down, but Chavez there. What a secure tackle in the open field. Rebels under center. I thought the left guard went early.
I was going to say, I thought the whole line did, but
great pressure there on the quarterback too. Number 42 for the Lobos, just trailing him and kind of just pushed him out of the way there. 42, Neil David. Brings up 4th and very short. Just a little flare pass that time. Had a chance to completion, but David with the pressure made him get rid of it too quickly. But they're going to go for it on their own 41-yard line, 4th and short.
Well, you know, you can't make up game time situations for any, whether it's first team, second team, third team.
Yeah, well, if they do this, then the game's going to be pretty much over. There's only 43 seconds left. Guy the right side, and I think he's going to have enough. Gets across the 41, and first down yardage. And the clock's going to keep running now after the first down is acknowledged.
Not sure if they have to run a play or not.
Yeah, they're going to have to get one off. They're breaking the huddle with about 18 seconds, and that'll give them a chance to go back to it. Well, actually, if they didn't start the clock, they're down to 9. The back judge has not started his count, and we're under 4, so that will do it. So somebody did the math quicker than we did. That'll be the ball game. So valiant effort tonight. We saw some promise from some young players for the Lobos, first-year starters, especially quarterback Randall. I thought acquitted himself pretty well, you know, and but just overmatched physically by a really talented Columbine team that already had one game in. They go to 2-0. Lobos start off 0-1, and they fall tonight 38-13.
So anyway, we'll be back tomorrow night. We've got 21 games. This is the second one, so we'll also have volleyball on the 5th. For Brian, Randy T, David Haase, this is Randy McCoy. We will see you next time here on Stream of Sports.
Poudre School District High School Football, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking